Good morning, fungi allies. Hope you're doing great. I am absolutely pumped because we just got 12.5 pounds of dried morels, woo, from a forager in Vermont. And these are primarily Morchella conica. They're a burn morel. So here's a nice dried specimen. And they're burn morel that grows on the west coast. So, you know, fires come through Northern California and Oregon and British Columbia and Washington, and then the mushrooms fruit about a year later. So these mushrooms come up after fires have been in an environment a year later. And they come up in really mass quantities. So there's a whole picker community that goes through and picks on the West Coast. And I happened to meet a picker up on Mount Monadnock several weeks ago. And he had some leftover mushrooms from picking this spring. So we got these, and these are amazing mushrooms to cook with. Probably one of the most sought after edible mushroom. Simply by rehydrating them with about, I take 1 ounce, so I'll take a handful, you know, about this much, just like that, and a nice handful. And I'll rehydrate this with 2 to 4 cups of warm water. And so just leave it in a bowl with warm water for about 20 minutes, and the morels will grow in size, you know, they'll about double in size, and then they're good to use just like fresh. So they can be used in pasta sauces, like tomato sauces, or different white sauces or pesto. And then they're also great as toppings on pizza, or just stir-fried, or into different kinds of soups. So it's getting cold now in the winter season, and these are fantastic flavoring for different soups. You can also stuff them. You can see how the inside is hollow. So let me grab one of these. So you can see this mushroom here. The inside is really hollow. So you can fill that inside with some sort of stuffing, and then roast it or bake it, and it is absolutely incredible. It just melts in your mouth. So some people put like cream cheese or a softer goat cheese or something like that inside of the morel, and it's just absolutely amazing. And when you look at the anatomy of this mushroom, it's very different than most mushrooms you see, right? And basically there's no gills, so it's still a cap and stem mushroom. There's no gills. Instead, it has this kind of netting where these spores are formed. So the spores are formed all inside of this netting, and then just dispersed throughout by wind and insects.